Today has been a day. We had really high highs and some low lows. But damn, that's what I call balance. Um, what's been happening a lot lately is like I'll be busy working, doing something, right? Just doing what I gotta do, focus, and then out of nowhere I just burst into tears, right? And I came to the conclusion that I think it's me shedding my old self, you know, like the me that's no longer here. And I think that happened because I did the inner healing, you know. So now it's the next step, because it's a lot of like sadness, but not sadness, more so rage. That's what it slightly turns into. It's like I said, I'll just start crying. It's just so profusely that it's just like, bro, like what? I just get kind of not angry, but just like so flustered, because it's just like before I understood where it was coming from and why it was happening. Today was one of those days. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. Yeah, it just, I felt like I needed to record more. Because that earlier, yeah, I was just in the fritz. I was just like, yeah, be emotional. I love being emotional. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I love the fact I'm a very emotional person, because I'm in control of my emotions. The only things you really control, if you really think about it, no matter how you look at it, the only two things you control is your emotions and what you wear on your body. Not even your body. You don't, because I can eat something, have an allergic reaction. I can't control that. I can only control how I react to it, like my emotions in a sense. So it's just like, once I understood that a couple years ago, I was like, okay. So that's why I do appreciate being a very emotional person. It feels good to feel. It's very intense a lot of times. Sometimes I feel stuff I don't want to feel, but I'm like, wow, that's where the transmuting come in. You got to be able to transmute that energy and just use it for something else instead of letting it sit and linger. When it sits and lingers, that's when it becomes a whole different issue. And it's just like, nah, that's not what we doing. But yeah, growth feels good. It's uncomfortable, but it feels good afterwards. Like, you know, after like, cause like now, like I'm sitting here thinking, like I said, after I had the time to really just sit and just try to process why I was feeling how I was feeling, I was okay after. Yeah, it was definitely okay after. And I think that, I know it's gonna keep happening. Like I said, I feel like I'm in the inner teen phase where I'm like, okay, before you was scared, now you're angry. You know, them hormones start kicking in, different things start happening, you misunderstood, blase, blase, blase. So I don't act on rage and anger and things like that. I don't act on anything if I'm not thinking clearly, to be honest. Like, that's why I hate going to the grocery store if I'm hungry. Because that, man, the worst decisions. Just be buying stuff just to try it because I have a taste for it right then and there because I'm hungry. So like anything is gonna give, anything is gonna satisfy, because it's like, so that's why when I am in different energies where I don't feel like I'm thinking clearly, I just don't even do anything. I don't. I just go outside, walk. I be walking circles. Like I pace a lot, but yeah, I had to post today. Even though, like I said, I don't feel like my energy was like the days before, but that's part of being human. That's the vulnerability side of it. Cause I'm not gonna fake the funk and come in front of the camera and be like, hey, what's up, guys? Like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm human. Every day is not good. And it's not that today was bad. It was just a lot of like, what the fuck type shit. Like, and it's always crazy when the stuff that happens is stuff that's like literally out of your control. Like stuff that you didn't do anything to, it just happened to you. When stuff happens to you, it just be like, what? Like, I feel like something bit me on my knuckle. That's so like, how dare you? That's why I had to put this hoodie on, because I was out here in this little wife beater and I said, oh no, they're not about to get me. Not today, not again. Every day not gonna be bad, every day not gonna be good. I get that. That's why I'm just embracing this. That's why I said it's not even that it's bad. It was just a lot that happened at once, back to back. Like within like an hour, it's like I started the day. I was dragging a little bit. I wasn't really motivated to do what I had to do, but I still got up and did it. It went way better than I expected, which, I mean, I'm not surprised because I expected it to go well. But the fact that it went better than I expected, I acknowledge that and I appreciate it. But then, like, after that, you know, it felt like, what happened was, it felt like the day was going good, it was going this way, and then it was like, actually, we're going to nose dive down. And I was just like, me, that just feels like a confirmation that I'm on the right track. And the only reason I say that, the only reason I say that is because you don't get tested when you don't get tested when you're doing bullshit. But when you actually trying and you actually putting forth the effort that you was lacking before, oh, all the tests finna come out. Cause it's like I said, it feel like Job. It's literally what it feels like. I can't wait to get through all this just so I could talk about it. I just want to talk about it now while I'm in the midst of it. I just need everything to move past this. But it's just like, let's see if you really about that. Let's see. Oh, you trying to do right. Oh, you trying to get your shit together. You finally doing what you said you was. Oh, you was serious. Let's see if you're serious. Oh, let's see if you're serious. Let's see if you're serious some more. Let's just keep adding more. And you see the wind? That's what I be talking about. Like, I know I'm not tripping. That's why I'm just staying the course, just staying focused. Like I said, I'm going to wake up tomorrow. I'm going to have a great day. I am. I said it right now. I'm going to have a great day. My whole perspective is going to be different. I'm going to have a great day. Today is just one of them days that was a test. If this was on my TV show, it's not a filler episode, but it's one of them episodes where it leaves you kind of in a part two, because it's like, dang, what's about to happen? You know it's going to happen. Everything's going to be fine. It's going to work itself out. It always works itself out. It always works out. It's never a situation or a time and point where it has not worked out. And I could tell you some shit, like, stuff that I don't even be understanding how, like, I made it through, but it's just like, it ain't me, it's God. I've accepted it a long time ago, and I stand on it. That's why I stand on karma. That's why I don't retaliate when I have every right to in certain situations. I really just treat everyone with grace. And because I have chose to do that, I'm reaping a lot of the benefits and the blessings. And I'm going to keep doing the same thing. My finger's itching so bad right now. It's so distracting. And another thing too, like in the moment of everything, it just be so, oh my gosh, just so heavy. And I'm a very dramatic person, you know, so I get it. I know, I be real dramatic. But sometimes it really be like that. And I always go ask a trusted source. I'm like, okay, you have time to listen? If you do, cool. Let me explain this to you. Tell me if I am acting irrational. Because sometimes I do act irrational. I have no problem saying, you know, I did. Let me go apologize. But like today, nah. But it's cool. Because everything's fine now. I really do feel like that meme. I swear, I feel just like that meme. Everything's fine. Everything is burning on fire right now. But everything's fine. You know why? Because with destruction comes reconstruction. I love a good rebuild. You gotta clear stuff out. You gotta demolish what's already there to build it better. And that's exactly what I've been going through on the inside internally. That's why, like I said, I just burst out into tears, because that old me is like, damn, we out of here, for real, you was serious. And the new me like, yeah, go. Trying to, you know, keep it chill. And that's why I just be feeling so just like, that comfort. I'm kicking comfort out of here. Out of here. Something bit me again. Yeah, I kick comfort out. I'm very focused on what I actually desire. You know how many times I've told people that I want to be a farmer? I want to have land, I want to do all that. The craziest thing is, I literally have it right here in the backyard. I shoot in it all the time. Have I been using it how I needed to? No. I've been in my way, and that's why I'm just like, comfort, you gotta go. You gotta go. I should have been self-sufficient. I should have been. Everything's happening how it needs to, and the timing it needs to. Godspeed everything. So no, Chelsea, you had to grow past that stuff you was going through to understand the importance of it. Now, all them books I have in there that's just been sitting, like, that's why I was talking to myself today, like, yeah, what? How you going? It's like, it's basically on some, like, you got a check for $1 million, you put it on your dresser, and you just walk away. You know you need stuff, you know you need everything, but you was just like, I'll get to it later. That's insane. Cash that in. What you doing? Cash in that so you can. It's like I'm sitting on knowledge. And doing what with it? What are you doing? That's just the type of time I've been on with myself lately. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you comfortable right now? And I understand why, don't get me wrong. However, okay, let me kind of explain it. So what happened was, I got to a point where I realized that nothing mattered on my journey of understanding. And not that I lost the desire for things, but I understood that nothing mattered and everything mattered. Meaning, nothing matters unless you give it a meaning or life or anything of that nature in your own personal perspective. Anybody can tell me whatever, but if I don't accept it and give it that, then it's not relevant. Let's be real, you know? So I then had to get out the mind state of saying, like, all right, just be. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I had to have balance. Because it was a point in my life where I was like, at any given time, I'm going to go live in the woods. Just say, forget everything, just go take. And I just started thinking more about it. I was like, you tweaking. Really stop and think about it, you're tweaking. So I just had to find, like I said, the things I thoroughly enjoyed and focus on that. And it's been fun. I'm discovering new stuff all the time, honestly. Just today, I seen something. I forgot where I was at and what I was looking at, but it was just talking about bee pollen. And I was like, the amount of, like, bees that's around, I believe they're carpenter bees, but it's still a lot of them. I was like, I would love to do that. I just feel like that's a whole different energetic situation where it's like, all right, no, you really tapped in. I feel like I can do it. So I'm gonna look it up. Now, this could also be the ADHD kicking in. I started a lot of stuff and then I stopped. But that's because those triggers, the receptors in my brain, I get motivated to do it. And once when I get that first little urge out, I stop. No matter how good or bad I am at something. So I'm just working on completing tasks that I truly feel are in alignment with myself. The wind blew. That means I'm talking proper, okay? That means I'm on it. Just a confirmation. I love confirmations. I do. Yeah. I think that, like I said, I do feel better. I think. Everything gonna always work out. This is just what I've come to terms with also is that everything I go through, all the while, just like WTF moments, it's only there to make the story better. Boring. Oh, no. It's never been that. It be some stuff that a lot of people don't know. And it's just like, because if I told you, you wouldn't believe me. And I love that. Keep them on their toes. Never be predictable. 2, something else. So I was about to put those pieces up, and then I decided I didn't want to have 2 different websites anymore because it's a lot to manage. And now that I'm doing the videos, I was like, okay, I need to just kind of slim my workload down. So basically, I'm merging my sites, so it is going to take a little bit longer for me to get those pieces up. However, it's going to make sense when it is up. So I was just like, just give me a second. Don't. It's okay. It's cool. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Because I'm doing it right now. I shouldn't have had 2 different websites. It's fine. I could have 2 different domains, meaning on the Vinci website, I could still have that same website link, but when you hit it, it just redirects to the other one, which makes sense because Vinci literally is a extension of Love Club. It's just the cut and sew department, you know. So it's just like the ADHD is what made me separate it, even though it made sense. Separate websites, that's what I mean, because I did need to separate it, because like I said, one is this and one is that. One's a nonprofit, one's a cut and sew label. So it's just like, hey, I'm working out the kinks as I go, per usual, because who got it all figured out? Who? Not me. But that's what makes it fun. Because if I knew everything, why would you want to do something if you already know it's going to happen? Like, having that feeling of knowing where you're going and knowing, like, nah, because I desire it so much and I feel it and I dream about it and I know it's for me. I don't know how I'm going to get there. I have no clue how it's going to go. In fact, the first 6 months of this year, first of all, the first 6 months of this year is gone. Let's just stop there. A lot of stuff happened that I wouldn't have, it wasn't on my bingo card, basically. Like, it just wasn't on my bingo card, but I'm cool with it. I love change. It's so fun. It's just like, oh, that's what you want to do. Okay. So, yes. Black and white like a zebra. Pass like a cheetah.